We're off to chat with Michael Urie. It's got an interesting premise, so I'm going to ask Michael about where it was all inspired and how he got involved. So let's go and check it out.
It's a big goofball.
Big complexity.
Oh my God!
You know, the main characters are Alex Moore, who is the struggling actor who gets hired to work in Barbra's basement, and Barbra Streisand, who is the icon that we all know,
yes.
Who has built a mole in her basement. What happens between people who are on opposite ends of the same spectrum? So like Alex Moore is sort of at the bottom of the heap in show business, as it were, and she's at the top of the mountain.
Yes.
She's, you know, she's
Barbra
Streisand.
He created all these little stores, a china shop, a country store, just the way they would have looked in the early 1800s. And then they used them to display various collections. Wouldn't it be fun to do something similar? Wouldn't it? So that's what she did. She built a shopping mall in her basement. Remember, this is the part that's real.
Well, I read it, and I thought it was hilarious.
Yes.
John Tollins, who wrote it, and I worked together on a sitcom
Yes.
for TV, and while we were doing it, he slipped it to me, and I read it, and I thought it was really, really funny.
What's the strangest thing you did that channeled the Alex for this?
I mean, you know what? The closest thing I did that he's doing is I was a temp at a law firm once, and I was the receptionist. And I had literally one responsibility, and that was to push a button and unlock the front door. So when people would arrive at the front door, I had to let them in. And I let everyone in. There was no one that it wasn't like, that guy, I don't know, he's shady. I let everyone in. There was really no reason to have a lock on the door. Well, she wrote a book called My Passion for Design. It's a coffee table book about the building of her Malibu estate.
Yes.
And in it is a basement mall. It's like a little street of shop, a little fake cobblestone street of shops.
It's like Vegas in her basement.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. I mean, there is like a Vegas element to it, or like a Disney element to it. And if I had, you know, funds for days, and I had already given to charity and donated to, you know, and invested in all my friends' movies and theater projects and things like that, and I still had so much money that I had to do something with, and I wanted to treat myself, I might create like a giant room of G.I. Joe toys and, you know, and Batman toys and toys. I might make a toy room. This is Jack Nicholson and this is Richard Dreyfuss, and they would do scenes together. And that's how I would create my. So like if anybody was like, well, that's not Jack Nicholson, that's Richard Gere, I'd be like, get out. That's Nicholson.
My stepfather used to tell me I couldn't have ice cream because I was too ugly. Yeah, well, now you have your own frozen yogurt machine, so yeah. It's a terrible thing to be a little girl who never gets told she's pretty. It's something you never get over. I wanted to do something for her, to show her I sympathized.
So Stark Threes, first question, what's your favorite food? If you had to eat something for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh, wow. It'd probably be steak.
Steak.
I'm a big steak eater. I'm sorry. We opened this tour in Chicago.
Yes.
And there were like half a dozen steakhouses near where I was staying, and I tried them all, and they were all excellent. I tweeted out, or something like that. I tweeted out something like, I'm from Texas, and Chicago has the best steaks ever.
Yes.
And somebody wrote back, and they said, that's because we don't feel the need to slather our meat with sauce, which is a crack on barbecue.
Favorite drink, adult beverage.
Adult beverage
Yes.
is Lafroig 10.
Okay.
It's a scotch, it's a single malt. It's very, very peaty. It's like it's like drinking a campfire, or like a wallet, like drinking a wallet.
Final question.
What's yours?
What's mine? I like mojitos.
Mojito! Well, like iPhone. That's so boring, but iPhone. There's always things you have to sign. You know, print and fax in your life is all about printing, signing, and faxing. There's an app called Sign Now. You sign with your finger because scanners suck. And also, fax machines suck. What doesn't suck? Sign Now.
Okay.
I'm not gonna hug her if she's not coming to the play.
Oh my God.
Are you coming to the play?
Yes.
All right. Gibson's, that's the steakhouse. Gibson's Steakhouse.
Steakhouse there.
Woo!
So people will be buying this app and going
to Gibson's
steak.
and signing their check on their phone.
Thank you.
There you go.
Okay, we're up. We're good.
If I got applause like that, I would feel bad about myself.
It's a clapperboard. It's portable clapperboard.
I know what it is.
Golf, yeah, golf.
I'm in show business.
Oh, of course.
I mean, other people use
You were in Alaska, huh?
Yeah.
Were you,
I wanted to drop that in.
Were you running from something?